Hey everyone, it's Michael and
Reuben
from Bullion Now, bullionnow.com.au, kicking off another live stream. It's going to be a solo one very soon. Reuben's just holding my hand to make sure that I don't go astray for a minute.
We've already got comments about things, Michael. Wish they would answer the phones. Michael, the shop's voicemail is full. No one answers my emails. Where's the Wonka bars?
Oh dear. It's
Kicking us off with some fiery ones.
Look, they're actually the answers I need to, the questions I need to be answering, because we are absolutely under the pump. It's unbelievable. So I mistakenly thought that the queues would die down quite a bit after Diwali, which finished the gold buying component of it. So Donteris finished on Saturday. So I actually thought the world would take a deep breath after that, and it's eased a little bit, but it really hasn't let up. So we've had some fairly major queues throughout the week. The emails are getting out of hand. The phone guys are just inundated. You hang up the phone from a call, and there's 3 missed calls there, and they're trying to clear them as fast as they can. So everyone is working triple time, trying to keep up, and everyone's starting to... I don't think I'm lying by saying the cracks are starting to appear. I think all of us are a bit under the pump and a bit stressed at the moment, trying to catch up. So we certainly we feel your anguish, and several of us, in fact, I think all of us are taking it on board a little bit more than we probably should sometimes. But we're very, very conscious of the fact that the standards are slipping, and as much as I can say this isn't acceptable, I know that everyone's giving more than 100%. You know, we're well over 150%. People are doing things after work and in their own time, and there's only so much you can physically do in a day, and we're well beyond that now, and the requirements are greater. We've extended the shop. It's twice the size as it was 6 months ago. And instead of, what did we used to run in the shop, Rubes? 3 or 4 of us, didn't we, serving at any one time?
That was when it was peak.
Yeah.
If things were busy, we'd draw three or 4 people together.
Yeah. Right at the moment, we're running 8 and sometimes more people serving. So, and we still haven't got a hope of keeping up. So,
speaking of, I am going to disappear to get back to said line.
Thanks for that, Rubes. If you get a break, either yourself or Aleks, or both preferably, head on over. And come and rescue me at 4 o'clock. That'd be really good. So look, it's just crazy, and unfortunately, it's not the sort of industry where I can just grab someone off the tram stop out the front and say, "Hey, come up and serve customers." So it's we've taken on 4 new people in the last week, and all great people. I'm not criticising anyone, don't take it that way, but we've taken on 4 new people. I think that's right, 4 or 5, no, 4 new people, 3 of which are customer service people, and they're being trained. So everyone, our training or our induction process, you spend the first 2 weeks on the picking and packing, because that gives people time to learn the products a bit more in depth, without the pressure of a big queue of customers all breathing down your neck saying, come on, I need this, my car parking's running out, and things like that. So it gives them 2 weeks of getting to know the product, because let's face it, it can be very difficult unless you know what you're doing to tell the difference between like a 24 and a 25 kangaroo, Perth Mint Silver kangaroo, and a little idiosyncrasies like that. So even if you're fairly au fait with gold and silver and platinum and bars and coins and that sort of stuff, some of the nuances that we've got to work through and making sure that this coin's acceptable and this coin's not, and why is it acceptable and why isn't it acceptable, what sort of marks that we're looking for. So our new people spend 2 weeks doing that, and then we start branching them off into whichever area they're moving into. So like I said, 3 are moving into sales, so they'll start their training over the next few weeks. We have brought Jack on board, so anyone that's been into the store in the last week or 2 will have seen Jack, and Jack's actually working really well. He's started serving customers basically independently. He's under loose supervision now, so he usually sits between Aleks and Oscar, or myself and Oscar, or Aleks and Brett, that sort of thing. So if he gets himself into a little bit of trouble, he's got one of us on either side of him. But most of the time, he's actually handling 99% of it now, so which is really good. So that's taken a little bit of pressure off. Believe it or not, we had it this morning where we've actually run out of space. So we've doubled the shop size, and I had nowhere to serve this morning, so I was being incredibly unprofessional and serving people. Those who've been into the kind of the VIP back end area of the shop will know what I mean, but there's a little bit of a corridor there. So not out in the main corridor, but just in a little bit of an alcove corridor there. I've been actually serving some customers in there, which, as I apologise to several people, this is slightly unprofessional, but for the sake of expediency, we can either wait in the queue or I can serve you around the corner here. So that's been fairly well received overall. So people understand that we're trying. So I know that sounded like 10 minutes of excuses, but hopefully that answers some questions that people have got about, why aren't you getting back to me about emails or phone calls are full, or, why is there such a queue in the store, and that type of stuff. So thank you for your understanding. All right, let's get some more questions happening. So has it slowed down after Diwali? It has slowed, but it certainly hasn't slowed as much as I expected. I'm assuming from the Freeman, it's been more than a week. I have no doubt it's been more than a week. I think last I checked, and embarrassingly, I haven't been on our emails for the last 24 hours because of a lot of other chaos I've been sorting out. And last night 24 hours ago, we were at 768 or 778 unread emails that I hadn't sorted yet. So it doesn't shock me that I haven't got back to you for a week, and I can only humbly apologise at this stage. We are swinging through as fast as we can. Went to the Pakenham store yesterday. Totally forgot to ask Sylvia for a pen. Next time you're in, or next time you place an order, just if you're ordering online or even over the phone, just type in the message section there, or tell the person on the phone, I really like a pen, and we'll include it in your next order. We actually saw Matt this week, and he's flat out over on his side as well, so I can't even drag Matt back. Any news on the Tudor Beast? I haven't heard that it's cleared customs yet, but it has been shipped. Thoughts on the price of gold dropping right after Diwali finished? Look, Desi, it's not unusual to see a bit of a dip there if you go back over the last several years. Not every year, but most years you see a bit of a dip after Diwali. Look, everyone's got their knickers in a knot about the fact that gold has dropped 6%. And it did. It dropped 6% in one hit. And don't get me wrong, I'm not minimising that, but it's up over 60%. It's almost 70% up this year. Like, we're talking a pullback of 10%, which it's since then recovered about a third of. I'd have to do the exact numbers to be confident in that, but it's come back about a third from where it dropped off. So this is normal market behaviour. I'm not sure why everyone's, we had the media in today, and they're saying, why has it dropped? And it's the biggest drop in X amount of time. Yeah, but it's off the back of the biggest run-up that we've ever seen in 5,000 years of history. Like, why is this a shock to anyone that it's taken a breather and people are taking some profits? And when I look at it, and we're flat out, but I try and keep myself abreast of a lot of the news or a lot of the reports and still do some research in the background. Both ourselves and other, like, all the way through to major institutions, no one is reporting the dumping of major stock. Everyone's saying it's a small amount of profit taking, and it's exactly what we're seeing in the store. It's not somebody buying yesterday and dumping it today because they're disgusted with the price or anything like that. The people that are selling back, and they're few and far between, but the people that are actually unloading are people that have bought 12 months ago, 18 months ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and they're just going, actually, I've doubled my money. I'm actually going to take some of the coins off the table. And that's the selling pressure. And I would argue it's a fairly minor selling pressure, but that's the selling pressure that we're actually seeing. And it's certainly the selling pressure that I'm hearing from the traders and those types of guys. There's still heaps of orders coming in. There's still heaps of demand back there. there's just a bit of steam come out, which, and I said this last week, and I said this not the week before because I didn't do live stream, but the week before that, and I've said it on several videos. I would be happier if the price actually did ease back a little bit, because it can't keep running. It was starting to go parabolic, and when things go parabolic, so the curve of going upwards starts to go vertical, that's when you can have real issues. That's when things really bite and collapse, and it was starting to give those sort of signs. So the fact that it's pulled back and taken a breather is actually a really healthy thing. And I think, and obviously I can't give financial advice, and this is just the ramblings of a grey-haired old guy on the internet, but I think this is a great thing, and I think we're going to see a continuation of the price push up towards the end of the year and into the new year. So let's see what happens, but that's just my reading of the tea leaves. Shut the shop up on Saturday until you catch up. James, I think we'd have anarchy if we shut the shop on Saturday, but honestly, if I sat there and did nothing else but emails for the whole weekend, I don't think we'd catch up. I still don't think I'd be clear by Monday. You have to sell gold nuggets soon. We've actually got some in store. You said to ask again this week about those who previously... I haven't looked at the wonkers, Darren. I humbly apologise. I also haven't got... But I'll get ahead of the question. I also haven't done the platinum horses yet either. So, and I apologise for that, but we're just... I've got a choice here. I can either do the platinum horses and the wonkers and that type of stuff, or I can get to the thousands of people that are screaming at us for, answering emails and phone calls and that type of thing, and making sure we've got stock coming through. So it's one or the other. Unfortunately, we can't split ourselves. So they're the things that have suffered while we've been trying to catch up on these other things. How's business with LCS? Look, LCS... BN ran over LCS several years ago, and I had to take my focus away from Little Coin Shop. So for those that don't know, Little Coin Shop is our sister company that does the numismatic, the collector coin side. So Little Coin Shop was lacking in a little bit of love several years ago, so it's not grown as well as BN. So to compare Bullion Now and Little Coin Shop is a little bit unfair, but Little Coin Shop has certainly, the turnover there has certainly increased quite a lot. Probably not as much as Bullion Now, but that's probably because it's not receiving, well, any love from me at the moment. I know the two people in the team over there are certainly running around as fast as they can, but yeah, it's absolutely, we're seeing the pickup in numismatics, we're seeing the pickup in bullion. Any more fake metal? Look, we get fake metal all the time. I don't want to alarm anyone on that, but there is quite a lot of fake bars and coins out there, which is why I strongly suggest you go through a reputable bullion or coin dealer. And if you're insisting on doing a private peer-to-peer transaction outside of those bullion or coin dealers, then if you're in Melbourne, then you're more than welcome to use the BN facilities, but find a local bullion dealer or coin dealer that's got an XRF that's willing for you to do the transaction at their premises, so you're under their security, and you've got their equipment there to actually test the product that you're using, that you're buying, so you can ensure that it actually is the real thing. So I strongly encourage that. We allow people to do that here. You're welcome to come into store, do the transaction. Please don't do it out in the corridor. That's such a security risk. I spoke about that last week, and yet it continues to happen, which it just amazes me. The level of, I'll be blunt, the level of stupidity and ignorance and carelessness that shows is unbelievable, because someone is going to get... It's such a security breach. Yes, okay, I can argue all day about the fact that, it costs us business, but it's actually not what I'm worried about. It's that security issue of our customers, our Bullion Now family, that really worries me. And if I see it out there, I tell you what, we kick them out straight away, and they are, as far as I'm concerned, do not come back to Bullion Now again. If you are that careless about your security and everyone else is around you, we don't want you as a customer or part of the Bullion Now family. But you're more than welcome to come into the store, do the transaction. Obviously, when we've got queues like this, if you need to use the XRF, it has to be operated by one of our guys because they're licensed to do it. But if you've got to use the XRF, you're going to have to wait till the end of the queue sort of thing, because at the end of the day, we're still a business. All right, I'm going to skip. Well, my computer's just done it. I'm going to skip down to the bottom. So if I've missed your question, just plug it in down the bottom. But I was running quite a bit behind. So what happened to the Platinum Horse? Yeah, just spoke about that one. Allowing folk to conduct a transaction on site with the XRF is amazing. Like I said, Duncan, you're more than welcome to do it, but you've got to be conscious that we're still running a business. That's all I'm trying to say. And please, 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 not out in the corridor because of those safety and security reasons. Jim, I think yours is the only SMSF that we haven't responded to. Everyone else has been done. You're on the top of my list, mate. As soon as I get a little bit of clear air, you will be done. Ping testers reliable. Yes and no. I'm actually quite amazed with some of the new ping testers, the apps on your phone. Some of those, we've put them to the test and they are really good. Reuben's got a video somewhere, I believe, where we've done some comparison testings and they're actually really good. But they still fail at times. You cannot beat a good operator with a good XRF. Keep up the great. Thank you. If I want to apply unallocated to an order, should I just email you? Tried to call but spent an hour on hold. I'm really sorry, Matt. You bung in an email. The thing with unallocated is it doesn't, other than it's a problem with stock more than anything else, it actually doesn't matter to you if you're converting unallocated what the price does because the premium stays the same no matter how up and down it is. So if you're placing your order over the web, just put in the notes section, just say would like to redeem an ounce of gold, an ounce of unallocated gold against this or whatever, and we'll reissue the invoice. Yes, at the moment it will take us a couple of days to get to, but we will reissue it. You can absolutely send us an email. You can do it in store. You can do it over the phone if you can get through. So they're your various options. Extremely bad. No comment. Oh, I've just skipped. Sorry. Kid stackers, absolutely nothing's happened outside of serving customers basically and making sure we've got stock. Basically nothing has happened for the last several weeks, so I can only apologise. Are we still looking for staff for the Pakenham store? Not so much serving. I think we're covered on that, but get back to me. But certainly packaging staff we're still looking for. We still need more, you're going to laugh at me, we still need more phone staff and email staff. So if that floats your boat, absolutely send us an application. Either send it straight through to hr@bullionnow.com.au or resume@bullionnow.com.au. If you want to sell, do you have to wait in the queue? Absolutely you do. The other thing you can do is you can actually make an appointment to come in and see us, and if you arrive at your appointment time, you jump to the head of the queue and come on through. A question from Stephen during the stream. Are you getting any 1/10 silver Brits? I realise silver is funny right now, but I want some for Mum. I know Adam and I had a talk about it. I can't remember the conclusion, but I'm pretty sure we're getting some in a little while. They're not going to be here in the next couple of weeks, but in a little while. Are all orders that are not pre-orders taking 4 weeks delay, regardless of all orders to be processed? We are if we've got the stock, we're picking it. I believe we're picking it fairly quickly. Those that are on pre-orders can be up to 4 weeks away. Bitcoin. I just ordered 2 1-ounce silver coins from your website. Do you guys put the coins in capsules as well? The answer is usually. It depends. Buybacks, we don't tend to. Buybacks are cheap because we don't tend to spend a lot. Obviously, they're tested and made sure they're correct weight, but we don't muck around with sorting them out or anything along those sort of lines. So buybacks sometimes won't come capsulated. If they come in a capsule, we don't take them out of the capsule. They'll get redelivered as a capsule with a capsule. But if they come in naked, then they go out raw or naked. Most of the other coins we tend to mostly encapsulate if you're just buying 1 or 2. Any idea when the 1/20th kangaroo will be released? Never. They don't make a 1/20th kangaroo. They only go down to the 1/10th. The 1/20th is a lunar thing only. Sorry, my page just skipped. Can you get the 2025 1 kilo Wedgetail Eagle Ultra High Relief coin in, please, Michael? I believe that little coin shop has either they've got them on order or they will put them on order as soon as they're released. Having listed and relisted hundreds of Perth Mint kilos, is Perth Mint going to run out of silver? This is I'm going to pause on this one for a second. This is fascinating because normally Perth Mint Look, I've seen their silver store. They're not running out of. Let me assure you, they're not running out of silver. Okay, we'll start from that baseline. They're not running out of silver. This was fascinating. I was actually on the phone to Perth Mint earlier on this week, and I might even get smacked for saying this, but it's the first time they've stopped me in the middle of a middle of a call, and said, "You may have heard the rumor that we've run out of silver." I can categorically deny it and confirm that we have heaps of silver. It's all coming through. There is no supply issue for us. We're all under control. So obviously that rumour's even fed back to the Perth Mint themselves, because it's the first time they've ever commented on it to me. Normally, if ever I bring it up, they go, "Oh, come on," and they move on. This time they actually stopped me mid-sentence. So that was interesting. But no, look, they've got heaps of silver. The problem Perth Mint is having, and it's the same problem. I actually bumped into one of our other refineries in the corridor here. He dropped in to see Adam. The problem they're having, and we talked about this last week, was they can only produce X number of widgets in any one time. So let's use imaginary numbers. Let's say they can produce 10,000 kilos a day. I got no idea what their production run is in a day. I know they're running multiple shifts at the moment, and they've even cancelled. They were closing for 2 days on the wholesale side. They were closing 2 days for a stock take. They've now cancelled that, and they've pushed it out a month. But let's say they can produce 10,000 kilos, 1 kilo bars in a day. I can tell you, because I can see the volume that's going through our store, I can tell you that 10,000 kilos in a day is not enough, because we are placing orders in the tons now very, very frequently. So if they can only produce 10,000 in a day and the world market is selling 12,000 in a day, there's a 2,000 gap there that has to flow over into the next day. So the next day they already start 2,000 kilos behind. And they can only produce 10,000 in a day, so they can only take 8,000 sales, like 8,000 kilos in sales for the second day. And I can tell you, if they couldn't, like if they were selling more than 10,000 yesterday, they're going to be selling more than 10,000 today, because the queues haven't slowed down. So they are falling further and further behind in the number of widgets, or in this example, kilo bars, that they can produce in a day. So are they short of silver? No. Are they production limited? Like any other manufacturing facility, absolutely they are production limited. They've only got so many machines, so many people, and so many hours in a day. That's all they can do. So that rumour is just, there's no strength to the, are they running out of silver, but are they running out of capacity, or have they run out of capacity? I might get smacked from Perth for saying yes to that, but like it's a physical limitation. They can only produce so many. Alrighty, where did I get up to in all of that? When are the videos from Perth interviews coming out? I'm glad Reuben's not in here. He's been at me to release him from the shop so he can actually process those. And it's my fault. I'm holding him in the shop to try and keep the queues down. But we will get to them as soon as we possibly can. How long until 1 kilo Perth Mint silver bars are in? I ordered nearly 4 weeks ago. Benk, we've actually been getting our orders in. So if you ordered 4 weeks ago, I'd be pretty surprised if you didn't receive an email very, very soon to say that your order is picked and ready to come in, or ready to be picked up. So we're getting deliveries every single day. So you must be very close to the top of the list. I have to say my memory's good enough to remember when silver hit $75. I was ecstatic. Now it's $75. I'm certainly not upset. Yeah, I started buying at $20 silver and $1,600 gold. This is it. There's like silver going up's what it's meant to do, and gold going up is what it's meant to do. This is a good thing. Where are we? I just skipped again. I was lucky enough to win the ballot for the Bluey coin. Congratulations. I did not get one, but I didn't put in for one either. I have to admit, it's all I'm doing at the moment is sleeping for a very short period of time. I think I worked out the other day I'd averaged 2 hours sleep a night for the last 3 weeks. And we're serving customers and making sure that we're getting in deliveries, and that's the whole balance of my life at the moment. Any tips on how to get around the scalping bots for these online type releases? Absolutely not. Every website that had Bluey or similar type coins in the past sell out within seconds, not even minutes. I actually talked to Royal Australian Mint about this in Berlin, I think it was. There's just no way. None of us have learned how to control them yet. At this stage, no. Yes, I'm really sorry about that. It took 17 days to get a new invoice after using unallocated for making a purchase on the website. I'm trying to prioritize the unallocateds. We just... I wish I had better answers. People come into the store and they say, you must love the fact that, you're getting lots of turnover and lots of customers and, and I say, capacity, and they say, it's a good problem to have. While it might be a good problem to have, it's still a problem because we built this company on providing that higher level customer service, and it devastates me. I can't tell you how upset I am by the fact that we cannot offer that level of service that we've always tried to offer, and we pride ourselves on. And the fact that we can't do it, I think a lot of the frustration and a lot of when I said right back at the start that I'm seeing the seams start to come apart a little bit with the staff. It's not that they don't want to serve, and it's not that they don't like their job. It's the fact that we're all feeling this inability to serve at the level that we want to serve at, and that really upsets us. So yeah, I feel your pain. I really do. Water Monkey, I don't really want to comment on that one, and I don't really know, and it's not my company, so I'm a little, I'm going to sidestep that one a little bit. I don't know if the Wedge-tail Eagle, yes, we can get it in for little coin shop. Grady, I cannot believe how good our employees are. I've said this many times online. We are incredibly blessed to have the people work for this company that we have worked for this company. Alrighty. Thank you. I appreciate some of these comments. My page just skipped again. How can I get store credit for the invoice I paid twice a couple of weeks ago? Donations are gratefully expected, mate. Look, you'll find if you paid for it twice, it's already been credited to your account. So next time you place an order, just put in, I'd like to use my store credit. And if it's not there for any reason, we will chase it up. Send us an email or make a phone call. I know I've just told you how much delays we've got on there. I'm really reluctant to encourage people to call in at the moment. But look, we will be aware of it. We will have credited it to your account. If you want a refund, contact us. As I keep saying, don't expect an immediate answer, but your cash is secure. We will either refund it or credit it to your next account, whichever you want on that. James Howard, you are 100% right. Those premiums, I'm not kidding you. We've had a couple of our suppliers increase their prices 3 times in the last 7 days. The premiums are just going nuts with some things. And a big shout out to Perth Mint. They have increased their premiums on some of their products, but they have contained it on a lot of products. They haven't increased some products, and they have, I would argue, even though we're all facing increased costs at the moment, they have kept their increase to a minimum. So I'm not a Perth Mint shill or whatever else you want to throw out there, but I appreciate the fact that Perth Mint is trying to contain their cost increases. Because I can tell you some of the others are not. And it's very disappointing that they're taking this much advantage of the market. The bullion hype, how has it affected platinum and palladium? We're absolutely seeing increased interest in those, platinum and palladium. Obviously, palladium has that GST anchor on it, but certainly platinum demand is increasing and supply is massively decreasing. If you want to start a rumour about running out of anything, it's platinum that I'd be spreading that rumour about, not gold or silver. What is the best way to sell back the physical to you from Sydney? So at the moment, you have to get it to us. So you can lock in the price over the phone or whatever, but you have to ship it down to us or bring it down to us at this point. If you want a different answer, ask me next year sometime. G'day, Peter, Grace Me Guide. It's good to see you in there. Have you seen many customers bringing gold backs to sell? Not a huge amount, but there certainly have been some. Are you guys going to have Germania silver cast bar 1 kilo anytime soon? We have them in stock right now. Are you telling me they're not on the website? Because it's quite possible that they've slipped past me and aren't on the website, but we absolutely have them in stock right at this moment. Coolest buyback you've seen come through lately? I saw there's been a number of them actually. Increasing prices bring all these odd things out of the back of the closet. It's fantastic. We had one in today. I'm sorry about my phone. I actually thought I'd put it on silent. I'll get rid of it now. We had a medallion, a gold 1 ounce medallion come in yesterday or today. And it's a commemorative medallion for somebody serving 30.4 years, which is the part that fascinated me. They were given this 1 ounce gold medallion for 30.4 years faithful service. I thought that was beautiful. I really did. All right. Michael, can you briefly... I hate it how it skips to the bottom randomly. Michael, can you briefly tell us who are too young to have lived through the 1980s? I think somebody's calling me old here. Vic bank collapses, how your family found out, and what it was actually like once you heard. Wow, this is a long answer to a short question. So my family got caught up in the Pyramid Building Society collapse. There were rumours swirling around about it collapsing, and the State Bank of Victoria went down as well as some other minor ones. There were rumours swirling. The state government came out and government guaranteed the deposits in the pyramid, which the government guaranteed it over that time. They closed their doors on the Friday afternoon, and they never opened again. And it hit the news. I can't remember if it was over the weekend or Monday, but kind of in that period there that they had collapsed and they were opening no more. The government freaked out at that point, and we very quickly found out that the Victorian government, who was providing the government guarantee at that point, did not have the finances to actually guarantee the funds in the building society at that point. So some of you will remember, and a lot of you won't, that they actually added $10 to everyone's airfares to pay back the pyramid debacle. Whether that was right, whether that was wrong, I can't tell you. I was a teenager at that point, but as I said, my family was selling up the farm. My parents were in the process of retiring, and they sold up the family farm at that point, and the financial planner who was looking after the sales at that time placed the money into Pyramid without my parents' knowledge, and we woke up. I think it was a day or two after the collapse that we found out that the farm had disappeared. The money for the farm and my parents' retirement had disappeared in that. My father died shortly after that. And yes, I can say it was because of the stress of the collapse and all that sort of stuff. But look, officially my father died of a stroke because he got hit by a truck when he was 3 or 4 years old and it cracked his skull. So that's the official answer. But, you always wonder about these sorts of things. And it took my mother well over 10 years to get back her government guaranteed deposit. And we worked out she got about, I'm trying to remember now, it was something like 56% back on her deposit after all that time. So that's my experience of a government guaranteed bank. Agreed, it was a building society, but they've changed the legislation since, so it's the equivalent of a regional bank these days. But that is my personal experience of a government guaranteed bank collapsing in this country. Yes, you can have all the arguments about people shouldn't have been silly enough to put money in there. You can have all the arguments about it was, good grief, I'm 53. I was probably around about 15, 16. So, we're talking 38 to 40 years ago that happened. You can say that these things only happen overseas, but I can only tell you from my experiences over time That's my experience of a government guaranteed bank in this country. On to more positive notes. All right, BN, a victim of its own success. That's possibly true. Love the new display cabinets we've got in the city store. They do look fantastic. Any idea why spot price of gold is always high? Almost fell into that one. No comment. Would the little coin shop have Swiss 20 franc coins? It does not currently have them. I'm not upset by the recent delays in responses to emails. I just keep buying more still, saving postage when you do get to me. Yeah. I've thrashed that one long enough. I think I've apologised as much as I can. I appreciate the sentiments people are putting on there. Where are we? Yes, definitely. You can always put a note on your order. 97+% of the time we read the note. Every so often one slides through, but our process is, because we actually print out every invoice before it's shipped out or before it's picked and put into storage, and our process is to actually highlight any notes on there so it's drawn to everyone's attention. So at least 97%. I hope it's far higher than that, but at least 97 of them are read. So if you've ever got any comments or questions that you need answered, you can bung them in there on the notes and we will read them. Reuben has joined us.
I have.
Does that mean it's calmed down slightly?
I'm going to go with slightly, but there wasn't anyone waiting. So I went, I know where I'm going to go.
You thought you'd hide and get out of there like I did. The privilege of being the boss. No, it's all right. I will do live stream. It's okay. You guys stay here.
That's
really
it.
What I'm thinking is, get me out of here. I need a rest.
Got to check in with what you're saying. I can see someone asking there if you're going to help lower the gold spot price. I don't know. You got a bit of sway. I don't think it's quite that much.
I wish I had that level of control. I really do. Excuse me eating breakfast here. It's all I've had today.
I'm also concerned with someone saying Sydney opening next year. Are you promising other things as well?
No, I deny all knowledge of that, Reuben.
All right. Do you know if any fake $200 gold coins from 1983 were produced? I'm concerned I may have one.
Off the top of my head, I can't say I've ever seen a fake 83. No, I don't think I've ever seen one. Certainly not one springs to mind. I've seen others, but not the 83.
If you're nearby, feel free to drop by, hopefully
Absolutely.
at a quiet time. And yeah, we're more than happy to extra effort for it. I realise that may not be possible for all our viewers, but yeah, without knowing exactly where you are. One here. Hey, Michael, if physical squeeze is continued in silver and squeeze is coming in gold next, then can we see premium on selling back physical over spot price? I've seen this question come up a few times, both in some YouTube comments, but also through the store. Is it going to, or has it reached a point that yeah, we would ever be buying back over spot price?
Until this point, I have successfully dodged this question because I actually don't have an answer to it yet.
Yeah, and yeah, it is one that it can be, not try and catch us out with, but you know, it's like, oh, you know, come on, when are you going to start doing it? I think it becomes tricky because it's something that's very difficult to wind back.
It is. Look,
but also then it's, yeah, well, what if it's this? What if it's that? And we've kind of made our rule very easy by saying it doesn't matter what you sell back. It's, you know, we will buy it back at spot price, you know, unless we're talking some of the non-pure stuff and some of the other things that are mentioned at our website. It's pretty much as simple as we buy back at spot.
Yeah, look, I can't say it's not a thought in the back of my brain, but I'm also very conscious of the fact of the increased expenses all around. I don't know. Like I said, I've successfully dodged this question up to this point.
Sorry about that.
No. I encourage people to ask sticky questions on these things because it's good to keep the whole industry accountable. One of the reasons we say this quite frequently, one of the reasons we started YouTube was to lift the curtain, to remove the smoke and mirrors that is still prevalent in this industry. So I'm not trying to shy away from it. I actually just don't have an answer for it. I don't know if we will do that or if the industry will do it. I mean, we're already right out there on a limb. There are very few bullion dealers. I'm going to say there's none, but I'm sure someone will correct me. There's very few bullion dealers now that will offer spot price for buybacks, never mind actually anything above. As far as I'm aware, we are the only ones that do it. certainly on a consistent basis and openly put our limitations up there of, it's 50 ounces of gold, it's 50 kilos of silver, it's 100 gram in size or 100 ounce in size if you're in silver. If it's outside of those tolerances, then it's by negotiation on the day. And we certainly, like if I had somebody talk about bringing in a 10 kilo gold coin. So some of you will have seen our video on the 10 kilo snake, gold snake, and they were saying, what would you pay for it if I brought it back in? And my answer was, at the moment, we'd probably pay somewhere between 90 and 99%, 99.5% on we're talking a 10 kilo gold coin here. So it's not chump change. A while ago we would have only paid 97%, so we've certainly increased it up to 99. And look, as I said to him, if we had a buyer for it, like if I can find a buyer quickly, if you're willing to wait for payment to give me time to find a buyer, then I'm possibly quite willing to even offer you spot on it. But if you need the money immediately, then obviously, I've got holding costs, so I'm going to try and pass those on to you, and I'm going to reduce that price a little bit. So, yeah. That's probably a much longer question, a longer answer than you actually wanted.
Mike here wants to know what time they should line up on Saturday if they want to be served at a reasonable time. How much lead time?
What time do we close today? 5, so we'll clear the queue by about 7. So I'd queue about 7:30 tonight. You might be at the head of the queue for tomorrow morning's open. We also only have 4 of us on tomorrow morning, so that's going to be interesting as well.
The other question that I know you may also have been dodging, but there is a lot of people asking about, you may have already answered before I got here, but it is to do with the Lunar Horse Platinum.
I've already answered this one. Literally we have the option. We either serve customers, answer phones and answer emails, or I do things like the Platinum Horse, and I was asked something else earlier on.
I'm sure about the Wonka or something.
The Wonka, that was the other one. Yeah, and the Wonka. I when somebody can show me how to squeeze 25 hours in the day, I'll do it sooner. But until that point, it's very, very. We're down to the basics now.
Yeah. Water Monkey's question there about a video on the fake cooks we got the other week is kind of sadly in a similar boat. It would be really, really cool to do that video. It just hasn't happened.
Rubes, when was the last time you and I shot a video together that was actually produced and released?
My memory's not that good.
I know we shot some last Monday. We shot a couple of videos which haven't seen the light of day yet, and I think they're the only videos we've shot in the last month.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was the little coin shop stuff, and that was about it.
Yep.
Any idea when the next Scottsdale Mint Alien is due to be released?
Oh, it won't be till next year sometime.
Do we have a 2008 Year of the Rat 1 ounce silver? Trying to find one for my rat-obsessed little boy.
Yeah, we do. We've got a roll of mice somewhere.
Yeah, if they're specifying rat, it could be because they also say the one standing. I think it could be the ram, actual rat, not the mouse.
Yeah, I've got a roll of somewhere on my desk. Somewhere I've got a roll of 2008 Perth Mint rat/mice. Yeah. I don't have any ram ones that I'm aware of at the moment.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen those. Someone's saying there that they got through the other day starting at 8:30 for Saturday, so they did all right. I've been trying to get my items out of storage, and no one is answering my emails.
We're trying, like I said before, we're over 750 emails behind last night. I haven't had a chance to get to them today. I dare say we're even further than that behind. I'll be hitting them as hard as I can all weekend.
I think this one's a given, but I'll ask it anyway. Michael, do you see platinum as a good option if you already have gold and silver? You're a platinum guy.
I'm the wrong person to ask because my answer is going to be whether you've got silver and gold or not. Platinum, I would argue, and this is, like I said before, this is not financial advice. This is the ramblings of a grey-haired old guy on the internet. I believe that platinum is a good buy, irrespective. I'm not saying don't buy gold and silver because I actually think they're really good too, particularly gold. But platinum is absolutely up there for me at the moment.
If I buy multiple Perth Mint 1 kilo silver bars over 3 months and manage to obtain 10, would these be posted as a sealed monster box or loose in the standard cardboard package? Prefer to average cost over time.
You'll actually find that we'll pick them. If you're ordering them over those 3 months, you'll actually find we'll pick them and put them in storage. So they'll actually be in individuals. But what I suggest is on them you write, like in the notes section, just say something along the lines of intending on buying 10 kilos and would like them shipped as a sealed box. And if you do that, you're going to find at number 10, we'll pull all of those ones out of storage, we'll put them back into the system, and we'll get a sealed 10 kilo box and we'll ship it out to you.
Any failed test on silver 1 kilos? Not failed. We have had a few recent. Well, I was going to say, depends on your definition of fail. I guess I was thinking like fakes or whatever and things like that. I don't see too many in the kilo size there. But what we do see is some very old vintage bars not be quite up to snuff sometimes, or some of the big industrial bars. They'll have some iron or something mixed in sometimes. So yeah, they don't quite meet Bullion standards sometimes. But I don't know if I've seen a straight up fake one.
This week, actually.
You have?
It wasn't a fake.
Okay.
And I'm not going to mention brand. It's not a brand that we stock, we'll put it that way. But I saw, we actually had 4 bars come in from the same sale, I'll admit, over 2 transactions, like over a couple of days. But we had 4 bars come in that were testing in a part of the bar, quite a decent sized part of the bar, that we're testing as not pure. So I can't say if they left the manufacturing plant that way. I suspect they didn't. I suspect that the bar had been tampered with and then someone had filled the hole with something silver looking.
Yeah, that's the same stuff, right? Looks the same.
Yeah, that's right. Didn't quite work that way though, because the XRF went bananas. And I mean, we'd already flagged it as, something's not right about this as soon as we saw the bars. But first time I've seen that like that before.
If I convert 31 grams of gold to 1 ounce unallocated gold, is there an extra charge?
There is an extra charge. So you pay the premium of whatever you're converting it into. So if it's I'm so brain dead, I can't tell you what the premiums are at the moment. But for example, you're converting it into a Perth Mint 1 ounce gold bar. You're going to pay the Perth Mint premium, which I think is about $80. But please don't quote me on that because I actually can't remember because I'm sleep deprived. But you're also going to pay for a little bit of gold because a 1 ounce is 31.1035 grams. So you're going to have to pay for the extra 0.1035 grams of gold. So it won't be just a straight $80 or whatever the premium is. It'll be that little bit of gold component as well.
When are you adding new Perth Mint design bullion gold bars? 10 ounce, 5 ounce, 100 grams.
Oh, they're on the website now.
Yeah. There you go. Nice and easy, that one.
Yeah.
How often are you updating Perth Mint buybacks, please?
As often as we can. There's no time schedule on that. It's whenever somebody's got a breather and we've got excess stock, we'll certainly put them up there. I'm assuming there's none up there by that comment.
Yeah,
and there should be because I know I reckon we've got 1,000 of them. Close to that.
Yeah. They could be talking, either those and we just need to check, or they could be asking about Perth Mint kilos or something.
Sorry. I thought you were meaning the Perth Mint random.
Well, they're very well
random 1 ounce coins.
Yeah. For the guy asking about the ABC spot price, it's not a question for us. it's not necessarily something we can answer. So
I wouldn't have the foggiest.
Yeah, might need to direct that question elsewhere.
Ask ABC.
That's it.
Cool. Yes, my desk. I have 4 offices. 3 or 4. I can't even remember how many offices I've got now. And yes, I don't understand how so much stuff hides on my desk. It is very much like the magical wardrobe of Narnia.
Is it okay if I set a tent up out the front of the shop tonight so I'm first in line tomorrow?
Yeah.
Can we get some silver Beskar bars?
Oh, strike. Yes. I don't know when that'll be, but yes.
Add it to the list. Is palladium a good consideration to stacks, and do you have some?
Actually, I do hold palladium. I love the palladium story. I love palladium as an investment in any other country than Australia because we charge GST on palladium in this country. Spot price has to move 10% before you even break even. So That's the only reason I don't like and don't actively encourage people to invest in palladium, is because of that GST issue. If that wasn't there, I'd be as keen on palladium as I am on platinum. So if you're, I don't know where you are, if you're in Australia or if you're outside Australia, I can't tell you how to invest or what to invest in. But if I lived outside of Australia, I would certainly be holding a heck of a lot more than what I personally hold now.
Did you let people know? I don't know if you're wanting to let people know, so tell me. Stop talking about this if you want. But did you let people know what you're up to this morning, Michael? I've got one of the photos from it to.
I don't even remember what I was up to this morning.
You were talking with someone in the store.
Oh, yeah. No, I haven't said anything about it.
Are you wanting to?
Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Michael will be gracing our presence on the not quite the silver screen, but
the gold screen.
Yeah, that's it. You'll be back on TV again sometime next week, we believe. So I don't know if you Are we saying who and where and how and all that lovely stuff? Or?
We're probably not, but if you look on the ABC at 7:30 on Wednesday night, apparently we might be making an appearance.
There you go.
So we'll see how much is cut and pasted in there. I could be saying all sorts of things for all I know. So stay tuned for the following day when I'll go.
When you find out what you said.
Yeah, I don't remember saying that. Certainly not like that. No, look, they promised me they wouldn't do any of that sort of stuff, but I've been interviewed many times, and I distinctly remember one. I hate to drag us back to aviation, but it was in relation to an airfield that we were that I was a part of, and was the local council was trying to shut them down, and the ABC came down to interview us over it and interview me over it, and I spent half an hour on the interview. And when they released it to TV, because it wasn't sensationalised enough and what they actually wanted, that half an hour was one sentence was all that we actually managed to get on the TV that night. We were pretty disgusted.
But no, yeah, keen to see that. Supposedly it will be a little bit longer than just a little quick grab, but yeah, like you said, it's kind of up to them, so we'll wait and see.
Yeah, the guys were great. The interviewer, Michael, was fantastic. The cameraman was a bit of a laugh, but he was great. He worked with us a lot. And it's a real juggle because we've got to watch security and customers and those types of things as well, because we ran overtime and we ran into opening time for the store. So, it was done very, very carefully. And the guys were absolutely fantastic. And look, it is part of a larger, I don't know what it,
piece.
Not show, but yeah, piece, a larger piece. They've interviewed, I can't remember what the fourth one was. They said they've interviewed us, they interviewed a prospector, a commodities trader, and somebody else. And for the life of me, I can't remember what it was. But
there was some questions about mining and stuff, so it wouldn't shock me if there was
it might be a miner or something
element. Yeah.
So it's kind of that, it's a mainstream media, but it's an article on gold and how we've ended up where we are and the price and the interest in it. So
yeah, super interested to see what that turns into. Hi, Michael. What do you think of the ETF PM Gold as an investment option?
Look, if you want to hold a paper option, and look, I am the physical guy. I like physical, but I'd be lying if I said I never traded paper personally. It's actually a good one because it is backed. It is backed physically, so it is certainly one that I have used, and I will use into the future.
What's the lead time on Perth Mint 1 kilo silver bars?
If you, we actually talked about this a little bit before. We are getting deliveries of even the Perth Mint 1 kilo. We're getting deliveries every day, but the Perth Mint 1 kilo silver, we're getting several deliveries a week. So we are filling orders all the time. If you placed an order today, though, I would suggest it's going to be 3 to 4 weeks before we're capable of filling the order because of the number of people ahead of you in the queue.
I've seen a lot of people talking about another stackers meet, but I think it's a different location, different something, and I actually don't know too much about
stackers
it.
I actually don't know a lot about it.
I don't think we're the ones to talk to about it at the moment.
It's something like a northern suburbs stackers meet or something along those sort of lines. So, but I honestly, you're talking to the wrong guy. I actually don't know anything much about it outside of that.
Oh, interesting question here. If you're short of stock, can you expedite the people that want to sell?
What do you mean by expedite? Bring them to the front of the queue?
I think that's what they're going for. That's it. Have a bit of a sell back line, and
I would in fact, when we finish our... I'm not allowed to say we're doing an extension, can I?
No.
Already? Yeah, okay. So ignore that part of the comment. I would like to run a sellback queue. We currently don't have the capacity and space to do that. But I don't want all-out brawling out there because we're pulling people to the front of the queue for any reason. So I'm sorry, but at this stage, we're a democracy out there, and it's first come, first served.
All right, a couple of other questions there. No, they are not new Perth Mint design bullion gold bars, 10 ounce, 5 ounce, 100 grams. Not sure which ones you're talking about then.
The gold?
Yeah.
No, the gold's it's a new/old release. So the design is slightly different. The 100 gram cast, as far as I can think, they've never done the 100 gram cast bar in gold before. They've obviously had the minted bar, but they've never done the cast bar. Something tells me I'm wrong on that, but as far as I can remember, there is nothing, like they've never produced the 100 gram cast. The 5 ounce cast and the 10 ounce cast, they have produced before. We haven't seen them for many years. They have updated the design on the stamp, but it is still a 5 ounce and 10 ounce gold cast bar from the Perth Mint.
Any buyback 1/10 silver that can be put up on the website? I don't think it's a case of website or not. I haven't seen any buyback 1/10 silver in quite a while. Seen some 1 ounces and stuff flow back through, but nothing smaller than that for the last little bit. People wondering if we're doing a special because we are over 300 viewers. It's so lucky we got to this stream at all today, I think.
It's special because there's two of us here.
That's it.
I think that's about as good as we're going to get.
There are no buybacks listed on the website at all, and no Perth Mint 1 ounce buybacks since 8 p.m. last night. Have checked every hour. Did some OT and usually send it straight to Bullion Now for buybacks.
I'll desperately try and get some for this weekend listed, but I'm not promising anything.
Any XAG silver tiger bars in stock?
What size?
I think there's quite the 10 ounce I haven't seen in a bit, the 5s, the half kilos. That is something I think we're waiting on some deliveries for.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we're short of stock. I know there's an order gone in today, so we will get them early next week. They're a very fast turnaround, the tiger bars, so it wouldn't shock me to see them listed early to mid next week.
Any new coins coming out next week?
Oh, probably, but I have no clue what they are.
Someone sharing some sympathy there. They said, I had part of an Aleks Lloyd music video shot in my shop about 20 years ago. It took 5 hours and there was about 10 seconds of shop in the video when it was released.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Oh dear. Price prediction for Christmas 2025. Gold, silver, PT and PD. I think I've given up on any and all. Yeah. I think I said this probably a month ago or whatever when I was. I think my price prediction, I told someone else, was like 5,500 for gold, and then we just immediately blew past that. I'm like, oh well, there we go. There's my guess gone. So
yeah, I'm not even game.
Is there space on the floor above or below floor 6 for a buyback queue? That's it. We have kind of sprawled out across the floor. Have we considered the vertical space as well, Michael?
Yeah, why not take over the whole building? Why not?
Any update about bringing in product from the Hobart Mint?
No. Look, I don't know how many times. I'm not trying to sound like a broken record. We physically do not have enough hours in the day to do what we need to do. As you saw at the start by everyone saying, "Oh, my email, my phone call, I can't get through, and you're not responding on email." It's not funny, okay? I'm not even trying to laugh at the irony of it. Just amazed me. We got a phone call yesterday on the little coin shop line of someone who was incredibly concerned that Bullion Now had gone out of business. I know. Normal people don't talk about these things, but I'm overtired, so my defences are a little lower than they should be. But we got a phone call on the little coin shop line to say, is Bullion Now, does it still exist? Because I can't get through on the phone and they're not answering my emails. And it's like, I did laugh, but it wasn't funny.
Haven't done any videos for a while.
So, hey, look who's just shown up, mate. Did you bring the afternoon paper? Finished working on the suntan? He's not even smiling.
Yeah,
and for Aleks,
it's not
that's
just
saying something.
It's not just that he's not mic'd up. He's not saying anything.
This is our cheery, always in a great mood, Aleks, who is collapsing into here and hiding like the rest of us.
I'm going to have to readjust the camera here in a second. Whilst I do that, T-Bone says, I know it's a bit of a piece of string question, but how much silver should I stack? 1,000 ounces or more?
Well, the answer is always more, let's be honest. But 1,000 ounces is a great target to have. And let's face fact, 1,000 ounces at real rough and ready numbers, at $80 an ounce, you're talking $80,000 worth of investment. That's a decent investment no matter which way you want to cut this up. So 1,000 ounces is a really, really good goal. And I've said this a number of times, many times over my bullion career. I can't give financial advice, but I think it's a good, solid goal, and I can remember having that goal for myself. Having said that, it reminds me of a conversation I had this week with a gentleman who said I had this goal for my gold and my silver, and I was just so focused on it that I'd ignored everything else. Oh no, it was just silver. He said I was so focused on getting this target for silver that I ignored gold and platinum and other investments, and that's actually cost me. What I should have done is still had that target, but also been aware of the other metals and things that I wanted to invest in, and maybe have some targets for those. So just as an asterisk next to me encouraging it is just a suggestion that look at the other metals as well and other investments. I'm not the guy that's going to go all in silver or all in gold or anything like that. Have a look at some of those other investments as well, and maybe have a plan for maybe some gold or some platinum. Doesn't have to be now. You can say, well, in 12 months' time, or if spot price comes down 10%, or those types of things can be in place. But have a plan of maybe I'm going to just split some of my investment into some of the other metals or a different investment at some point, so you're not all in on one.
Yes. I don't know if...
That's all we're going to get out of you, is it?
Yes.
Sound like my teenagers. They just grunt when you ask them a question.
I'm
That's
going
Ted
to...
Bundy. No, Al Bundy, sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to ask us a question about the new Legendary Warriors, because I don't think we've looked at it. So I'm going to pull that up, and totally not because I'm going to use that moment to readjust the camera so we can see Aleks having just joined us.
We're just going to focus on your elbow for this session.
That's it. But yeah, this is the new Legendary Warrior, the Miyamoto Musashi.
Oh, you butchered that.
Oh, go ahead. Go.
Miyamoto Musashi.
That was the same thing with an accent.
Yeah, I was going to say you had to throw the accent in there, didn't you? What do you think of it, mate?
I love it. I saw that earlier, a little while ago, and that's the one I've been telling people I've been personally waiting on.
Yeah. Look, I got to say, the whole series, I actually like this one. I'm not trying to dodge the question, but this whole Legendary Warrior series, considering its price point, I'm amazed at the quality these things come through at.
It's incredible. My favourite is still Joan of Arc, but that's... But that one is... Yeah, that one's up there.
Yeah. Yep. So it's certainly certainly worth getting. Look, they're at the end of the day, all coins that we sell are bullion coins. So sometimes you get a little bit of bruising on them, or no heavy marks. There shouldn't be any heavy marks on there, but there's quite often there's manufacturing marks of different times on them, and that goes across the board. Even I can't even think what a Canadian maple's called.
Maple?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you even see it on maples and things like Reuben's in the corner.
This is a perfect example of our
mental state and level of exhaustion.
Oh, yeah.
But the quality of presentation and product on these things are just brilliant. So a good one to get into. I highly recommend it.
It's probably my favourite series of the year, I'd say. Yeah.
I honestly think they could have charged, they could have bunged an extra $3 to $5 on premium.
I think so, and most people wouldn't. I wouldn't have budged on it.
I've seen more expensive coins with far less quality.
Oh yeah. And what did we say? It's so detailed. The detail is so detailed on them.
Yeah, that's right. How many times can we fit detail into that video that we did on
it's
them?
very detailed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Don't look now. We're all in the same room.
Yeah.
Hey!
And it's after
Wow.
4 o'clock, so we should be wrapping up.
Wow.
Yeah.
I just need a breather.
Roxy's dad, I actually said no to that one last night, that we weren't going to get the Dracula in.
I haven't seen that one.
I think it feels like a Halloween coin to me, and I feel like we've missed that boat now. We're not going to get them before Halloween.
Yeah.
But it's not...
You know what? There's Halloween 2026 as well. So
Yeah.
be good
Just
for.
hold
No,
on
get it
to it.
now. Like that's what I do. I prep for years in advance.
They've not released it for Halloween. I think the arrival date or the release date is like in November or something. You know,
But
so-
see,
They were
this
just
is
late to release it.
yeah.
But this is what I do with Bullion. So for things that I want as presents, I don't buy like a few days before Christmas. I buy months or a year or more in advance because I know the price is going to go up. So if I know I'm planning something for a few anniversaries or something, you know, like say Halloweens or birthdays in advance.
How many are you ahead?
Oh, I'm ahead. yeah. But the problem
though-
is that's for that, and I can't use it to trade in or sell back to buy something else I want. So
Yeah, but you're buying one or two. I got to buy thousands of the suckers and
Yeah,
sit
no,
on
no,
them
no,
for
that's-
12 months.
that's a different story. That's a different story. I think also if they're not dated, as in
well, that is the
if there's
other
no
problem.
date on it, it's a lot better because it's like evergreen. But you know, you put a date on it, and it's like, well, until it becomes vintage.
Yeah.
Speaking of, that can actually turn out to be very helpful. Alex, you were telling me the other day, you were looking at some of those coloured bars that we showed
Yes.
off on stream probably a number of months ago now. And we were like, "Yeah, where are these from or whatever?
Yep.
Turns out they're like from the 70s.
Yeah, 73 onwards, and all
Which
those
ones were
liqueured ones. You know the ones we thought were like some kids crayoned them or something.
It was just the 70s.
Some were legit, some were the 70s, right? It was the 70s tech because I laughed.
Mate,
looking
we got
at it.
away with everything in the 70s, I can tell you.
Because I looked at a Halloween one. It was really cool. And I wanted to get it for this Halloween to give as a present. And it didn't have any colours or anything on it. And I just thought, 73. I'm like, well, you know, I Googled, I start paged it. Search engine. No, I don't use Google. I don't like the analytics, the tracking. Anyway, that's another story. We'll talk about it another time.
He says
So
on YouTube.
Is this YouTube?
The
So
second largest search engine in
yeah,
the
I
world.
know. So I just typed Halloween silver bar 1 ounce 1973, and all these bars came out. And then down the rabbit hole we go, and I'm seeing all these other like ones that we had in and that we thought kids did, and this was actually tech from the 70s. The color tech, and then I compared it to
The world
like
had
one of
only
the.
just gone colour.
I know.
Prior to that, everything was in black and white. All the scenery,
I know.
the whole
I
world was
know.
in black and white, mate.
What crazy times back then. But then I compared it to the Germania UV coin, and the tech like this year
the
compared
hidden
to
color.
yeah, the hidden color.
50 years difference, mate, in
I know,
technology.
but
Give us a break.
it's just incredible to see that design, and now I can see why I'm going down that numismatic path as well. Yeah, oh, it's great.
Speaking of Germania, someone was saying that we are out of the killer bars on the website, but I know we got a delivery, so we do
we've
need
got
to
hundreds of them.
we do need to top up the website for Germania kilo bars.
How's he slipping? Is he sleeping out the back
No,
again?
he's en route in the car getting us more stock, organising for more stock to be delivered. So he's shaking.
I hope he's not listening to this.
He's shaking hands and kissing babies,
Yeah,
or
shaking babies,
kissing
kissing
babies, shaking babies, kissing hands. I don't know, but yeah.
Someone has jumped in and answered this one for
We
this
are so
person.
politically incorrect. Keep going.
That's why I work here. That's why I'm not at City of Melbourne anymore.
We're going to get into so much trouble.
But I think it's an important question to answer because I've actually gotten it in store quite a bit lately. And it says, if it didn't just disappear from where I was looking at, if I consistently buy unallocated throughout the 3 months stacking up, do I have to redeem it at the 3 month mark? We've had
No.
quite a few people through the store saying, I'm here to convert it or sell it because I know I'm at the end of my 3 months. And it's like, actually, that's okay. The advantage with the unallocated for us is we can back it with whatever. And alongside that, it still has to be gold or silver.
Or platinum.
Yeah, well, that's it. But the advantage for us is we can back it with whatever variant of that we're able to, and so we don't charge storage fees. But I think it still comes up on the invoice and stuff if you're getting it with other things. So
stupid internet. It still comes up on there. Look, I say this very, very frequently. The unallocated can sit there for decades. We don't care. There is no cost on that one. The only time you incur a fee on your unallocated, there is no expectation that you must convert it. The only time you incur a fee on that is when you either cash it out, in which case you lose $30 an ounce in gold, $30 a kilo in silver, or if you convert it into something. And at that point, you'll pay the premium on whatever you're converting it into.
But it's not $30 an ounce of silver.
No,
because people that don't know about it, it's not all $30 for every size.
Right.
Yeah,
it's $1 an ounce
yeah,
for silver and $1 per gram of gold.
yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm considering swapping my 10-ounce silver bars for 1 ounce or half-ounce gold coins. How much silver do I need to swap out?
Quite
This
a bit.
is the worst time to ask me though.
I don't know what the ratio is.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe telling them how they might find out at any given time, because the answer will change depending on when they...
Well, if you're coming to us to sell it, we'll give you full spot. So we'll have to buy it back in, and then the difference you can spend on it. You can go to our website, bullionnow.com.au, under Sell My Bullion, and there's a table there that you will see, and you can gauge how much you will get back for whatever you're selling back.
Yeah.
And then you can see what's available at the price, and you can work. That's probably the best way. I would suggest you work it out.
Like, that'll be rough enough. And it really does depend on what you're converting it into. If you're converting it into buybacks, you're going to find you get a far better ratio than if you're converting it into the latest, greatest, newest, most expensive coin that's just come out. So, it's a little bit of how long's the old piece of string.
Twice as long from end to end and end to middle. That's the actual answer.
Yeah, it is.
Took me many years to come up with.
Unless you're tied in a loop.
Ah, there we go.
There's always an extra bit.
There's always an end.
I'm looking to store gold as an asset, but not interested in the fancy coins or bars. Do you have simple gold I can collect in smaller amounts, 1 grams, etc.?
We have 1/100th of an ounce, which is about 0.3 of a gram.
Yes, bit of a premium. So unless you're someone like me that will just don't care and will pay that premium, 1 grams are probably your smallest that I'd...
In bars, you
that
go
I'd
to
go
100th
for.
of an ounce,
Yeah.
you lose them, you drop them, and they disappear.
Reuben's still giving me crap 5 years after. What was it? 5 grains.
Yeah,
You were talking. You were trying to talk a customer out of it, and this is when I was a customer and I walked in. I'm like, "Oh, do you have another one of those? I'll have the pyramid-shaped one."
My suggestion on that one is actually the smaller you go in size, the bigger the premium is in physical. So a 1 gram bar per ounce is far dearer to buy. So you'd be buying 31.1035 of them, but it's far dearer. The premium will be much, much higher than if you bought a 1 ounce. Now, I know everyone doesn't have $6,500 lying around in their back pocket, but the way I'd suggest you do it, if you want to keep your premiums to a minimum because you're just trying to stack gold as an asset, is actually to buy gold in our unallocated program. So buy a gram at a time, building it up over days, weeks, months, whatever it is. And then when you get to that 31 grams kind of range, or you've got a bit more cash to kick in, then convert it into the 1 ounce bar. And that way you're still paying, like you're still putting it away slowly. You're still getting that lower price, assuming price is going up, you're still getting that lower price as you go along. And then you maximize your purchasing power at the end by buying that larger bar size for just the premium at the end of that 31 grams of stacking.
Yeah, that's a much more economical way of doing it. You save in the long run. That's not how I do it. I just buy the physical. I call that Mad Max money. So I just have a lot of my fractionals. But certainly what Michael said is the better way of going if you want to save long term and get more bang for your buck.
But there is, and I want to be clear on this, there is absolutely a really good argument to, if you don't hold it, you don't own it. And when you buy unallocated, I hold it, you don't. So it's here and it's backed physically, but I control it, you don't control it. So, that brings all sorts of pluses and minuses. The big minus being you are tied to us. So, and I'm being honest about this, and I'm not saying we're about to go belly up or anything along those sort of lines, but
If we
you
do,
want,
there's protections, but
absolutely, there's insurances in place and everything like that. But at the end of the day, you are tied to our business hours. Like if you need to access your unallocated or your storage here, you can only access it Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 9 to 1. And you're going to have to join the queue to do it. So if you need to access it on Sunday afternoon, I'm not driving all the way into Melbourne because I live an hour and a half, 2 hours away. I'm not driving all the way into Melbourne to open the store so you can access your 1 gram of unallocated. It's just not going to happen. So you've got to recognise those limitations. So what I said is probably the cheapest way to do it. What Aleks is suggesting is the if you don't hold it, you don't own it way to do it.
/ Uncle Scrooge way, because I like to also look at all my stash every so often. Yeah. There's an interesting one here that I like by Smitty911. Do you guys have a weight limit on your shop floor? If you're now buying by the tons, I can't imagine how much is stored in that building, especially with the other bullion deals. Well, I can tell you one thing. Only recently is the first time I've had to go on a calorie-controlled diet just to make because I eat quite a bit. And, we've got to...
certainly does. This guy eats like a horse. But yeah, it's a little bit of a standing joke in this building that we expect one day to have a safe disappear between us, coming down from one of the other floors. So, and I remember we had an earthquake a couple of years back, and I was standing in the door frame thinking, "Holy mackerel, this could be it."
I should ask what time we're actually sending this stream through to. Because
I've lost track of time.
it's 4:19, but we did start like half an hour late. So
we did.
Yeah.
There's a good excuse. Now I won't get in as much trouble when I get home tonight.
So do you guys have any silver that is pre-order on the way or not really? I think someone's hasn't got their pre-order. I made an order of pre-order silver on the 7th of October. Will I be receiving it soon or becomes of this shortage I won't?
I actually don't even know what date it is. So you placed the order 2 weeks ago. Depending on what the order was comprised of.
They're asking about silver, so my guess is going to be Perth Mint silver kilos.
So Perth Mint silver kilos, currently we're running at about a 3 to 4 week backlog, somewhere in there. So if you placed your order about 2 weeks ago, I would suggest that within the next week or so, we will fill your order. You will absolutely receive your order. There is no doubt about it. I will personally guarantee that you will receive your order. But it's just a case of, we have so many pre-orders in place. We are getting deliveries from Perth Mint constantly and all the other mints from around the world. We're getting them all the time. But we're not going to jump anyone to the head of the queue. That wouldn't be fair. So if somebody's placed an order 3 weeks ago and you've placed your order 2 weeks ago, we're certainly going to fill the order from 3 weeks ago before we fill the 2 weeks ago. But we're kind of running somewhere in that 3 to 4 range. And it's actually tightening up. If we'd had this conversation last week, I would have said it'd be 4+ weeks. We're now back to 3 to 4 weeks. And I reckon within a week we'll be back. I'm hoping we'll be back around that 2 to 3 week mark. Yeah. But
we'll see what the price does.
Yeah, we'll have to see what demand does in the meantime. So
it's great having Victoria on board because she keeps that very tight leash on that. Like,
mate.
I know, it keeps the shop boys in line. No, you can't have it. That's pre-order. No, Brett, no.
If I gave her a cattle prod, we'd be in serious trouble, man.
How is it finding silver? How are we going actually getting a hold of stock?
Look, I'd be lying if I said it was easy. And there are refineries that are now saying to me, we will take no more orders until the new year. I've got refineries saying we will not be delivering till the new year. It's not easy, but it's certainly not impossible. I'm not worried. There are certain things we will not put on pre-order because I don't know if we will ever receive them. The things that we have on pre-order, I am 110% certain we will receive. It's just a case of time. So we can get the silver and the gold. If you walked into the store and said, I want a kilo of silver now, we would be able to fill it. If you said, I wanted a Perth Mint kilo of silver, we would not be able to fill it. So I can get you silver. It's when you start talking about specific types, brands, sizes that we struggle a little bit. This too shall pass. So we are going through a phase where I wouldn't say it's a silver shortage as much as a production shortage, and I said this earlier. And I've been through these before many times. People start to panic that they're not going to get their product. You will get your product. And in a couple of months' time, we'll be saying, where did everyone go? We will have stock in and all these types of things. So this shortage is a phase that we're moving through, and this too shall pass. Just be patient.
And yeah, so the other thing is, because a lot of these are disappearing from what I've been living in the shop for the last 6 weeks. This is the 7th week. So a lot of those sales are happening also because a lot of people aren't selling back. We're not seeing buybacks. So I don't know how it is, and I've been reading different things in the States, and I don't know how it is in Europe at the moment, but what we're finding here is like Bullion Now gives you the best in Australia in terms of buyback prices. So we'll give you full spot for pure gold, silver, and platinum. So we get a lot of people. We get a lot of our customers obviously coming back, selling back to us, but we get a lot of other people, other bullion dealers, customers selling back to us because we pay more than what they do. What's been happening in the last, I would say at least 4 weeks, at least, is you're seeing a lot less buybacks coming through. I thought it was higher than what Michael told me, and then it didn't surprise me how little we are seeing as a percentage number coming back. So what's happening with that is then we run out of the buybacks, people that just want to convert fiat into bullion. So we're out of the buy. All right, what's the next cheapest? We go up, locally produced. Okay, that's all that. What's the next cheapest? Then that sells out. Then what's the next cheapest? So a lot of these is not just because of the brands there, but we're not getting enough of that buyback. We're not seeing that buyback come through to supply that buyback demand. So those people that generally buy buybacks, or the crusties, the old bars, and all that, they just go into whatever is available. So that's sort of. It's starting to change back now, and we noticed that I think on Wednesday when prices dropped, it's like, here we go, don't sell it when it's high, sell it when it's dumping. We all joke about it. I mean, Michael had another nasty joke with me. He asked me if I bought gold the day before.
And was I wrong?
No, so in the last one...
The bellwether. If you want a guaranteed certainty on what spot price is going to do tomorrow, ask Aleks what he did today. Did he buy gold? Because... we can track it with almost 100% certainty that if Aleks buys gold, it drops overnight and it's cheaper the next day.
In the last 3 weeks, when he dropped twice, it was those 2 times I bought gold.
It is as close to a perfect system as you're going to get.
He was stirring me for what, 3-4 days? Are you going to buy that? Are you going to buy that? Because we need spot to drop. I'm like, yeah. Payday came. I bought it. Dropped that night.
Literally that night.
Then, 5 days later, I didn't see Michael for 2 days. He comes in first. He's like, did you buy gold last night? I'm like, yes. He just laughs and walks away. I'm like, so sometimes, anyway. The
6% drop is, and I couldn't say this to the ABC, it is entirely down to this man here.
So if I buy platinum, it drops. And if I buy gold, it drops. I haven't worked out. Silver's still okay, but...
You have the Midas touch in reverse.
Oh, God.
It's beautiful. It really is beautiful.
Oh, yeah. So, to finish that off, we're not seeing a lot of buybacks. It's starting to roll through. So, hopefully, that'll ease up as well. And then, we'll, in the last 3 days, certainly it's been better than the last 3 weeks. In terms of buybacks.
Well, we've gone from... I was trying to work it out, stupid things I do when I'm driving. I was trying to work out the ratio had changed. I reckon we went from 1 in 20 customers, roughly, like not exactly, but about 1 in 20 customers is normally a buyback for us. I reckon we're out at about 1 in 80 customers at the moment are buybacks. And before people would come in and say, I've got 20 kilos, I've got, 50 ounces, I've got whatever... people are coming in now and selling back 2 coins or a couple of half ounces, which we really appreciate. I'm not criticising it, but it's just that comparison to 6 months ago where, it was nothing for somebody to, be dragging a trolley and have 100 plus kilos of silver on it. And now we get overexcited if people have got more than one bar.
Yeah. But again, to give you an idea, I think this was Wednesday, the big buyback that came through in a long time. And it was 44 1-ounce gold cast bars. And someone else was buying it next to me. I'm like, yes.
And how long?
I think it was 20 minutes where they all went.
That's right.
And I'm like, where are they? And it's like, no, they're sold. I'm like, well, all of them? And like, yeah, all of them.
Yeah, because ads. Was this yesterday or was it?
It was yesterday or the day before. I think
it was
Wednesday. Maybe.
Oh, was it?
No, because you went here yesterday, were you?
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, and I wasn't.
So it was
here.
Wednesday.
I was here, was it?
I don't know.
Because whatever it was, I said, ads said to me, somebody sold back 44 ounces. I said, you beauty, And when I arrived back in the store, whenever it was, I went, where's those 44 ounces? And Brett goes, mate, you are living in last year. They're long gone.
Look, I'm out of it. Mentally, I'm gone. So it could have been yesterday afternoon. I don't know. But it was either Wednesday or yesterday. But it just got snapped up. So, yeah.
Do we have any 1 gram platinum or rhodium?
1 gram platinum.
No.
Oh, no, we've got sheets of 1 gram platinum.
I have been pushing to split a sheet up on the beautiful, beautiful mini Lady
Pams.
Fortuna Pams.
Yeah.
So they're little tiny minis. There's a sheet of 25. We've got a few sheets left, but I've been pushing almost to the point of bullying Adzi to release one so I can break them off and sell them individually. So I know there's a couple of you that I'm going to get back to in personal emails to myself in regards to that. As soon as I get confirmation, I'll email you. And I've been pushing for 1 gram rhodiums as well. So we'll see.
I don't think anyone produces them, mate.
That they do. I've seen them around.
Oh, seriously? We'll keep hunting.
I haven't seen them for a while though. And then the third thing, I have no idea where I'm at. So I know it was the palladium. Sorry, palladiums we have in 1 gram. But yeah, maybe we can get platinum 1 grams if I can get the sheet.
We're actually currently negotiating with PAMP to do a special run for us. I actually don't think we'll be successful, but we're pitching it to them. But we do have those sheets of 25 by 1 gram pull aparts, and other than making a skew for it, which is the pain in the neck with it, I actually have no issue with you breaking 1 or 2 of those sheets up.
So yeah, I think we'll do that
so if you
for
can
next
convince
week.
Adzi to make the skew,
we'll do.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
What's the industry reason for applying premiums on fractionals?
What's the what? Sorry.
Okay, I
Why
might be
are
missing
premiums higher on fractionals?
Okay.
because
I think is where it's
so
coming from.
you're a manufacturer of silver bars. It takes you're casting 1 ounce bars, you're casting kilo bars, and you're casting 100 ounce bars. It takes you as much effort to cast that 1 ounce bar as it does the kilo bar and the 100 ounce bar. So let's say your manufacturing cost is $5 per bar. And I'm making these numbers are imaginary. Okay, I don't want anyone trying to hold anyone in manufacturing to these because I actually don't know what their manufacturing straight out cost is. But let's say it's $5. I've got a 1 ounce one that's cost me $5. So it's now gone from, let's call spot price $80. So it's now gone from an $80 item at spot to an $85 item. So that's almost 10%. It's gone up by about 8% on that one. I've got a kilo bar that's worth $2,500 and I add $5 to it because it costs me the same amount of effort to produce it. $5 on a $2,500 bar it's not chump change, but it's not far off chump change. It's very little. And then we go to the 100 ounce bar where, it's over 3 kilos. Adding an extra $5 to that is negligible. But that's a real life example. Yes, it's not exactly 1-to-1. It doesn't cost exactly because you're using, you've got greater metal loss, you're wearing out dyes at different rates and all that sort of stuff. But for 80% of the cost price, you'll actually find it's very, very fixed. And that's why you'll find premiums on smaller bars work out to be far higher on fractionals than they do on 1 ounces in gold or kilos. That's the sticking point, is that manufacturing cost.
There was a bit of a follow-up and there's a tax question. Is swapping unallocated to physical a taxable event?
Talk to your accountant. I'm I launched into this one time before and I got severely smacked for it. I'm not doing it again.
Sorry, a bit of a follow-up to the potential fake $200 gold coin we were talking about before that someone said they might have. I have tried washing a dark brown spot off that's between the queen's head and the rim, but can't remove it. Does that sound suspicious? That's actually more positive than not, because that's probably a copper spot, which is going to be in there from
manufacturing.
On a legitimate one as well as potentially a non-legit one. But we do see them on.
I would say it's far more. That's the sort of spot that you see on legitimate ones.
Yeah, it's like a milk spot, maple or whatever from back in the day. You see those marks. It's like, oh, that's actually probably legitimate.
Try using an eraser, like just a pencil rubber, and you may actually find that removes it. But yeah.
Sorry, I'm scrolling a bit. We will have to do some rapid fire to hit all these, I think. Are you looking for any more staff at Packy?
I actually, the second time we've been asked that. Possibly more along the lines of phones, packing, that sort of stuff. Not so much. I think at this stage we've got the shop covered. Once we've trained up the new staff that we've got, I think. But I want to let that settle down first. To make sure, because I don't want to over or under employ for those positions.
If we pre-order, when does the 3 months free storage start?
Yeah, this is a little bit rubbery. Normally I'd say it starts when you place the order, but at the moment when we're not able to deliver for 4 to 6 weeks, I've got to be flexible on this one.
Unallocated is insured by BN. If you went belly up, would insurance cover it? Would insurance pay spot at the time, or just the price I bought it for?
No, they will be paying out the spot at the time, because you own 1 ounce of gold or 1 kilo of silver or whatever it is. So they are required, between the administrators and the insurance, they are required to make good on 1 ounce of gold or 1 kilo of silver. It's not recorded as a price; it's recorded as a product.
All right. I'm officially putting us into rapid fire mode, not because that one was too long, but just because we do need to start winding this up. Sadly, as good as it is to be all of us back in, but we will endeavour to hit all the questions before ending the stream.
Right. I'll jump in and just answer a number of questions asked. When will I set up a notification system when I buy? I am looking at an OnlyFans. And that'll be me just with all my bullion out and just talking about my trades and buys.
Yeah,
so
I'm buying today, so
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah,
mate, you and an OnlyFans page, it's already.
Look out for the calendar just before Christmas as well. So.
Oh, mate, the mind boggles. It really does.
All our views just dropped. I don't know. Any 5 or 10 ounce bars? They could be talking silver or gold.
Silver,
sure.
I believe.
Yeah.
That was from earlier, I think.
In buybacks, the short answer is yes.
That was when you came here.
Yeah.
I don't know about now. I think we've got it in Germania.
It makes me laugh. I know Rube's winding me up here, but it makes me laugh because people will say, "What have you have you got these in buyback?" And I'll say, "I'll have to go and check." But the last guy, I said, "Yeah, I know," but that was 2 minutes ago. Everything's changed out the back now.
All right, are
Sorry,
you
Rube,
ready
I'll
for
behave.
rapid fire? Just hold on for 1 sec. You are the worst, Michael, because you go, "Where is this? There's so many in the system." I go, "But I've sold them all." This is why I bring out all the stock when I show you. I'm like, "Do you want this?" Yeah. Anyway, so rapid fire.
My goodness. Any silver donuts?
Yeah. I'm sure we've got them in stock.
I'm guessing they're not up on the web then.
Yeah,
Any Palladium 1 ounce in stock? And what are my chances of it arriving in New South Wales by November the 5th?
Pretty good. Palladium 1 ounce.
Yeah, we did have them.
Yeah,
the other day.
Valcambis. There should be some. If not, send me an email. I'll just put... Who asked that? You got...
Ospringer.
Thank
That's
you. All right,
Aleks at onlyfans.com.au.
Why would a coin shop only pay half spot for Olympic gold coins? They mentioned earlier that they had some issues with getting rid of some Olympic gold coins.
Yeah, look, I can't answer this quickly. There's a couple of reasons. One is it's Australian legal tender, so you can't melt it. So it is a problem for all of us. So they'll be discounting it for that reason. I think half spot's pushing it out a little bit, but that will be one of the reasons. And they're not a hugely popular coin either. So it's difficult for resale. So that's the issues with it. But you can always bring it to Bullion Now.
Could you have a chat with Tim from Yankee Stacking? Be interesting to see two shop owners.
When we've got time.
I was going to say, like, you'd be, yeah. I don't know if you sleep.
I'm averaging 2 hours a night at the moment.
Wow.
Yeah.
We have just been hitting the questions, but there was quite a few comments there before that were telling you to, not push it too hard, stop burning the candle.
Followed by the why haven't you answered my email, you mongrel?
There is that. But
yeah, I'm hearing you.
there is people out there that are, When will end of financial year statements and allocated holdings be provided for SMSFs?
I actually thought that they'd all, other than one
ones
that I mentioned earlier, I think they've all gone out. So if you haven't received yours, shoot us an email.
Hang on. The other thing is just
shoot us an email.
I talked to Con about this. There were some delays with people that haven't
provided
everything like so an ASIC form and this and that just to make sure everything is compliant before it goes through. So check your emails as well. Some people, I know 2 people that had, for some reason, the emails have gone to spam. So just check your spam folder as well, just in case you haven't missed something that you need to supply before you get that statement.
Yep.
Are you going to get any more Legendary Warrior silver ounces? They sold out last night and didn't get a chance to get any.
We've got the new one. I'm assuming.
I don't know. I thought we were going to get more. Like the new one plus a little.
We did source some of the older ones. I don't know if. I got to be honest. I'm leaving the website to Adsy at the moment. I just don't have the capacity to see exactly what's going on there.
Any news if/when year of the horse lunar bars might be released?
January, February.
Oh, nice. I'm really looking forward to the Lunar Horse Bar Monster Box because all the designs are beautiful.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Why isn't tantalum used for investment?
Tantalum. That's number 73, I think.
Would Bullion Now ever consider opening past 5 p.m. on Sundays for people that work standard hours?
5 p.m. on Sunday?
That's
you
what
want
they
us
say.
7 days a week? Come on, man. Seventh day is the day I do emails at the moment.
That's email day.
Sorry. Here we go. Tantalum. Yeah. And atomic number 73. I was right.
You are red hot.
I'm not red hot. I'm hallucinating. I don't know where I am. Reality is
Seeing
just
numbers
melting.
and colours. And, Any Golden State Mint products coming in?
Yes.
Roy Mundo suggesting only grams instead. Regarding your previous answer on premiums, why are premiums up so much right now? Production costs are the same.
No, production costs have gone up. Leasing costs have gone up because of the physical shortage in the market. And I know this contradicts almost everything I've said in this whole live stream. The cost of physical supplies is through the absolute roof on a refiner's level. It's gone bananas out there. I got smacked. I made comment on this last week, and I got smacked by one of the refineries for making that comment. So I won't make it again. But if you want to know what I talked about, go and view last week's. But yeah, the costs have gone through the roof because there is a lot of. I don't want to fire up a lot of the comments that this is going to fire up, but a lot of the paper contracts are being forced to be settled in physical, and people are scrambling to try and find the physical. The guys that have got physical are not wanting to let it go, so they say, if you want it, you have to pay for it, and we are going to charge you through the nose. So it's not true to say that the manufacturing costs haven't gone up. The physical $5 cost that I was talking about before may not have increased, but a lot of the other variable costs have gone through, absolutely through the roof.
What a lot of people have been saying for a long time. And there's a paper cost.
Absolutely.
And then there's like, oh, you want it? Well, this is what it's going to cost you to have it.
And we see that frequently where I'll phone a refinery or a wholesaler and say, look, I need to lock in, 1,000 ounces of gold or, several hundred kilos of silver or whatever I'm doing. And they'll say, it's X amount. And I'll go, right, lock it in. When can you deliver? Oh, you want physical? Oh, no. Sorry, the price is higher than that. It's like, mongrel.
Yeah.
American Gold Eagles.
Lovely.
Yeah. They're
Are we getting them in?
We've got buybacks in.
There was... No.
I didn't say that.
We had one, down to one.
Oh, come on. Before I came on live stream, there was like 12.
Oh, I didn't see him then, unless they came through. You talking gold?
No, silver.
Oh,
sorry.
I
You
thought gold.
American Gold Eagles.
Not the
I'm
American
sleep
Gold
deprived,
Silver
right?
Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, actually, I'm hoping we get the 1/10 because I love the 1/10 size, but we haven't had those in, I think, before. The 1/10.
I think we've lost the meaning and the definition and the esprit de corps of rapid fire.
Rapid what?
I would agree.
All right.
I think part of it is just we actually just enjoy having a conversation and catching up. So even though we are kicking on longer than a normal stream now,
We're talking
happy to
about
be here.
in the back of my mind. I'm thinking like, how am I going to stand up from this chair and just walk? Like,
I think we might be curling up here
Yeah.
for the night.
Bullion Now 24/7. There was a shout out to you, Alex, for great customer service from Knackers O'Reilly. He was very
Thank you very
obliging and
much.
professional.
Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that box.
I have
So came free.
2 ounce high relief wedge-tailed eagles from 2019. Do they have a premium when selling, or are they just worth the regular sell
Not
price?
selling back to us, but if you sell them on the open market or possibly to a coin store, you may actually squeeze some extra premium out of those, depending on, believe it or not, the condition of the packaging.
Hi, Michael. Not sure if you answered this one. When selling unallocated back to you, how long does it take to get the money back in the bank account?
Assuming we can process it immediately, like your invoice or your email or your phone call, assuming we can do that immediately. As soon as that invoice hits the system, everything is processed at 3 o'clock, except on Fridays because I'm on live stream. It tends to happen a little bit after 3 o'clock. But yeah, everything's processed at 3 o'clock.
It depends on your bank.
Yeah.
And some banks don't, like Macquarie, don't have OSCO, so it won't be instant.
Yeah, they can take 48 hours easily. And our first transfer to you, quite often, our bank will sit on the funds for 24 hours for security reasons.
I.e., they'll invest it.
And somebody asked
Well,
earlier
wait.
on about if I'd sold my plane.
That was the next question.
Oh, ask the question then.
Has Michael surrendered his pilot's license and sold the plane?
I have not surrendered my pilot's license. I actually have no idea if somebody sold my plane because I haven't been out to look at it and give it a hug for quite a while. So, which is depressing because I was actually at an airport meeting. It's the one thing I did in the last 2 weeks that wasn't bullion related. I went to the airport meeting where a few of us gathered to, do the mechanics of running an airport.
Airporting stuff.
And I didn't even go and give my plane a hug. I was just in there. I did the meeting and I got out of there as quick as I could.
I think they're talking in this question about selling to us, but it says, curious, when you sell a 10 ounce silver coin, do you get spot or slightly under?
No, 10 ounce silver, you'll get spot.
Great weekend, Bullionaires. Thank you for the fun chat as usual, especially under the pump. Would be great to see an Alex's collectible channel. We can barely get videos out on the main channel.
Actually,
it would be good though.
I was talking to Brett. I think it was yesterday. Could have been 3 weeks ago. I don't know at this point. But we're saying about it would be cool to have a video of what I picked up working as a bullion employee / dealer. You know what I mean? Like. Just what you've picked up over the years. We're talking about over the years. That would make for an interesting.
I think that's why people want a little bit of show and tell from us as a bit of a segment on stream. Just to see.
And you know how
cool stuff.
we always say not financial advice. Mine will be flashing not for sale, not for sale or trade. This is,
confirming that you pay spot for 3 nines legal tender Australian proof.
Proof.
Is Michael looking forward to the chaos of Black Friday sales? I'm sure he is. It's been great to have you three together, even for a short time. Agreed.
Thank you. Yes.
Is the new one going online? I'm not sure what.
Are we talking the new employee?
I'm not sure.
New store.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't asked any of the new guys if they would like to. We don't force anyone to come online. It's absolutely voluntary only. And I haven't asked if they want to. They're still trying to find their feet. So, yeah, you're going to have to wait a few months for that one.
Please make time for you. Work-life balance is important. You can't answer emails if you've hit a wall.
It doesn't exist. There's no balance there.
Look, especially from someone in the background of like natural therapies and Chinese medicine and everything, like I know, and I'm burning the candle at both ends like harder than ever before.
Well, we're burning it in the middle. There ain't no
there's
ends.
Is the Perth Mint doing
thank
a mother and baby this year?
No. Oh, am I allowed to say that? We haven't released.
Hang on, wait. maybe. If you're talking certain designs, yes. I'll leave it ambiguous.
Aleks, any info on the next Stackers meet? Because I know there's one happening this weekend, but
There's one. It's an offshoot happening. That's Epping, I believe. But I don't know. The ones I deal with are the ones in the city, the regular long-term meetings. We're looking at one either. It's not decided yet. It's either going to be in either December or January. So as soon as we find out, I'll mention on the stream. And I've got some emails gathered from people that have asked, so I'll email you the information as well.
Garbage. Well, I apologise to everyone at Perth Mint. It's after 4:30 and I haven't paid their bill and I can't pay them after 4:30 on the Perth Mint ones. So if Perth Mint's listening to this, oops, I got stuck on live stream. I'm terribly sorry to be paid first thing Monday.
See, if we did rapid fire, we could have Perth Mint on site. Oh dear. Will the mintages next year be super low due to the unavailability of silver?
I don't believe so at this stage. It's the capacity issue. If we are still, and I don't think we'll be alive if we're still facing the same queues for releases next year. But if there's a capacity restriction next year, that's going to be your issue. And I'm talking production capacity. They can't get enough on the production lines. That is where we're going to see reduction in overall mintage numbers of certain products.
I want an agree or a disagree from both of you for this statement from Astro Boy. I hope the silver shortage never ends.
Again, I disagree. I disagree.
I don't think it exists. It's not a silver shortage. It's a production shortage.
Yeah. It depends where you're coming from that, but if Silver Lake becomes unobtainium, good luck with all the products that use it. The cost increase of everything that you use that depends on silver. Yeah. The world you'll be living in with that silver. And you'll have a nice little gold mine, but I'd suggest you spend some of that silver with asset protection and security specialists if it's going to be absolute unobtainium.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you've got to be careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
You may not like... It's like I say with gold, people say, gold's going to $50,000 an ounce. I'm not sure I want to live in a world where gold is $50,000 an ounce because of the reasons that it's gone to $50,000 an ounce.
And the world you'll be living in, at that time. So
we're at 10 to 5 here, lads. Am I soldiering through or...
Well, you guys have to knock off at some point.
I got to stay back to sort out orders for tomorrow. So
I'll keep going. This is great. Will you be getting in US Mint Platinum Eagle coin 1 ounce soon? Platinum 1 ounce Eagles.
Potentially. We've had some interesting conversations with the US Mint of very recent times.
Ooh.
So stand by.
So
Probably
conversation to be continued after stream.
Absolutely. Probably not till next year, but we will be getting some in.
Love Friday afternoons. I'm never so entertained. Glad to hear.
Good to hear.
Thanks to Sean for helping me with the tricky order. All the best from Trish.
I'll let him know.
You do realise I'm going to watch this sometime in the future and go, are you kidding me? You said what?
Yeah.
Were you really that sleep deprived?
What sort of plane do you have, Michael? He can't remember. It's been that long since he's been out to see
Cherokee
it. Cherokee
140. It's a beautiful little plane. She's 55 or 56 years old.
Wow.
I love her.
Sean and Sylvia did a great job sorting my stuff up earlier today. Thanks, being team. Another question about the silver donuts. Would love to get them out for Christmas. So I'm guessing we don't have any up online. They're not up online then, Michael.
Yeah.
I'm sure we've got some in stock.
There was only half a bag when I looked about 1 to 8 days ago. I don't know how many days ago anymore. There was
We've
half a
lost
bag.
track of time.
Yeah.
Do we just wait for an email from BN if 3 months has gone by for consolidated shipping?
No, just contact us and let us know you want them shipped out.
Please get some rhodium in. Will price rise if Aleks sells?
Funnily enough, it does.
I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't documented that one quite as closely.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it did.
We'll find out. Times. I know. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. You'll find out.
How about a video from Michael's desk?
Sorry, that's an OH&S hazard.
That's right.
I would watch that in reference to what you picked up as a bullion dealer, not for sale or trade. A request to get Jack on the pod.
I'll let him know.
Gold Wonka release date.
Mm.
When I get time to breathe.
All right.
There's a little coin shop buyback. This is from Mudguts. So the person asking about the Olympic coins.
Yeah, no, LCS doesn't, and it's not that it can't. And I'm lying slightly because it does occasionally. The problem with Little Coin Shop is it's very much a web-based business. It does have a presence in the store here. It will have a presence in the store in Pakenham. But it's mainly web-based, and it's very hard with numismatics to say, somebody will phone in and say, I've got Olympic coins, what will you pay for them? Because it doesn't work on spot, because it works on the condition of the coin and all those sorts of things, and the condition of the packaging, etc., etc., etc. It's very hard to give you a price sight unseen. So as a blanket rule, we say no, but in actual fact, it does do it occasionally.
Do you see $75 silver in 2026?
Are we talking AUD
That
or
would be
USD?
USD, I'm guessing. I'd say yes.
I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah.
BN has kilo Perth Mint shortage because Michael didn't pay the bill.
That's actually, we laugh about that, but you're absolutely right. That has slowed all of our deliveries down at least 24 hours. So Adam will kick me when we leave this live stream.
Hey,
We've got to keep it
Michael,
going till after he leaves. So.
The big drop on silver and gold I can understand, but the way it happened in one night at any price makes me a bit nervous. What's your view?
No, look, this is normal market behaviour, because what happens is it drops X amount, and that triggers everyone like a next level of stop losses. So they all suddenly dump on the market, which drops the price down, which triggers the next layer of stop losses, and so on and so forth, and it cascades down. That is incredibly, incredibly normal for most assets. You see it happen in shares, you see it happen in oil, you see it happen in bullion. It's a triggering of a lot of stop losses. People start going, oh, it's dropped that. I'm happy to write it up, but as soon as it drops by X amount, I'm going to sell. And human nature or human psychology, we all hit a lot of round numbers and things like that. So you'll find it has just cascaded down a series of stop losses.
You're the best BN people and shop in Australia. I hope you guys are around for a long time so my kids can get into the youth club. Little
dig.
Yeah.
Maybe if we get some sleep, we might be.
Did you say your grandkids?
How many times has Brett had to tell customers how to use the exit door?
Sorry, that's my favourite. I'm sorry, that's my favourite. Like that's what peps me up. I just can't.
The one that cracked me up was Brett the other day. He turns around to me and goes, how can people have money to spend on bullion when they can't even operate a door? I don't know if I was overtired or what, but it just cracked me right
It's
up.
because we're overtired, and Brett. Look, I'll give credit to Brett because I'm usually the second last to leave, and Brett's always the last one to leave.
Yeah,
right? So, and he's been also filling in our Saturdays that when Andrew moved on. So. He's been overworked, all right? And then he'll just next 6 people come in. I said 6 people. Then he's gone from Mother Teresa to Adolf, right? In the space of 1.2 seconds.
That's right.
No, you 3 get out, out
of the store. Just wait your turn.
Oh, and then everyone's overtired and.
That's right.
We made it to the end of the questions. We did it.
Thank you very, very much. And I speak this very I say this very sincerely, and I'll even do part of this in English. I say this very sincerely that we appreciate all of our Bullion Now family. Those that are attempting to email in or phone in and come into the store. The level of patience that people are showing us, we don't deserve. It humbles me that we get that.
And they email me on Aleks at Bullion Now, and they DM me at Bullion Now on Twitter. So thank you. Those responses are coming, and they do.
Yeah.
But
so we incredibly appreciate the understanding that 99.9% of people are showing us. We're trying not to take advantage of that good grace. We are trying to churn through these as quickly as we can and get back to that level of service that we all love, and actually get some rest and recuperation. And I'm very conscious of the fact that the guys need that throughout the whole of the business, because we are creaking at the seams. There is no doubt about it on a personal level. So. Rest assured, we will get back to that level of service eventually. It's just going to take us a little while. thank you very, very much for joining into this show. Whether you're doing it live, whether you're doing it later on in life, whether you've made comment, whether you've just stayed silent and had it playing in the background. If it wasn't for everyone that participates, and I mean that by just listening, if it wasn't for all these people, we wouldn't have this show and the laughs that we do have. Yeah. So it's a huge shout out from us. We really do appreciate you.
And g'day from Australia to all you overseas fans, because there's more and more now that are messaging, so it's great to see. Yeah.
We will be back next week. I have no idea what form that will take, whether it'll be one of us or three of us.
He will be back next week. You will be back next week.
We will all be back next week.
I'll put in my leave.
Are you on leave next
ago.
week?
Yeah, no, just Friday next week.
Are you serious?
It's Halloween. It's my mum's birthday.
Reasonable notice, Alex.
There's so many comments I could make there. Who approved your leave?
You did. We talked about it a week ago. I caught you when we were super tired. That's when I asked.
That's right. Did I snore my answer to you?
And also keep an eye out for Michael on your TV screens on ABC sometime next week.
Wednesday, they tell me. Wednesday at 7:30.
Yep. There you go. So
tune into that.
We'll see what they make of that.
Jonya 1034, put Brett on the show. Mate, I've been trying weekly for you.
He has actually appeared on the show. His butt crossed.
All right.
I thought you were going to say Crime Stoppers. No, on the Bullion Now. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Thank you very much. We will see you at some point in some form in the very near future. See you later.
See ya.
See ya.